Welcome to once again in the Department of English, and you are watching a video on a famous English novel Animal Farm written by George Orwell, and we are studying the 9th chapter of this novel. And here is the lesson plan for this video. First of all, we will study the aspirations and limitations of boxer, because boxer is now old. The second is the age of retirement is fixed in the animal farm. The third one is animals are working very hard, but they are working for themselves, so their gratification is important, and how they gratified themselves, it is also the part of this video. The next one is how the pigs are privileged in the animal farm and how they are enjoying their freedom. Next one is what are the problems in the animal farm and how they, especially how Squealer suggests them way to solve these problems. The next one is about boxer's injury and death of this honest worker in the animal farm. And the last one is the Squealer's speech, how he responds to the death of boxer. Now I come to the first point, that is aspiration and limitation of boxer. Boxer is now too old and his body is not supporting him. In the previous part we have studied that he is the enormous horse and he has the power of 3 horses. But now he is too old to work, but somehow he wants to complete the work of this windmill before his age of retirement. Clover, his friend, and Benjamin, his friend, advised him that the horse lungs do not last forever. It means that every creature in this universe has certain limitation, and in the old age we cannot do the work as we were in the young period. Try to say boxer, but boxer is firm on his decision and he wants to complete the windmill before the age of retirement. And he usually says that it is my ambition that I want to see the work is completed, the work of windmill is completed before my retirement, because very soon he is going to enter in the summer season, he is going to enter are going to be 12 years old. Now I'd like to give you the age of retirement of different animals, how it is suggested, and what is the particular age is decided to be the age of retirement. For example, boxer and pigs, 12 years are fixed. That means pigs and horses. Instead of boxer, I say horses. The age of retirement is 12 years. For cows, it is 14 years. For dogs, it is 9 years. For sheep, it is 7 years. And for hens and geese, the 5 years. Means after 5 years, every hens and every geese become retired. It is also decided that the large pasture is reserved as a grazing ground or grazing land for the retired animal. Then for the horses, it is decided to give pension, and it would be 5 pounds every month. And in winter, 15 pounds of hay will be given to a retired animal, and a carrot or an apple will be given to a retired animal on the public holiday. But no animal is retired in the animal farm even at the end of the animal farm. So this is an irony, we say. Now I come to gratification. Animals are working very hard, even in the bitter cold or harsh atmosphere. They are barefooted and even their property is their only skin and nothing else. Everyone is busy doing work, extra work, and there is hardly they get time for rest. Still, every animal becomes very happy because they usually think themselves that they are not slaves, they are masters. So they are happy. But the day by day, the financial position of the animal farm is going to be worse and worse and worse. There is an acute shortage of food, as we have already studied. Then they demand certain things to improve the financial situation or condition of the animal farm. And Squiller suggests here some of the ways. That means what are Squiller's suggestions? First of all, he wants to reduce ration of every animal. But he convinces the animal that this is not a reduction of food. It is only a readjustment. He never forgets to say that the condition of animal farm is much better, or it is improved when we compare it with the age of Mr. John. Even our working hours becomes less because animal cannot calculate the hours. Actually, animals are doing extra work, but Squiller says that our working hours are less. He says the facility of drinking water is improved, but such is not going to happen in animal farm. Actually, animals are drinking water in dirty pool. And he says that every animal gets more straw in their stalls, and even they are not suffering from the fleas. So he wants to convince the animal that the situation is improved, though financially it is collapsed one. Now I come to the next point, how the pigs are privileged in the animal farm. It is in the summer 4 sows, SOWS. So it is a female of pig. So here 4 pigs litter and they produce 31 pigs or 31 children of pigs. And in this animal farm, one thing should be remember that the young pigs, except Napoleon, are piebald. In short, we can say the newly born baby 31 children of the pigs, Napoleon is the father of them. And the children of these pigs, they are allowed to play in the garden. So there is no restriction on the children of animal. Even the children of the pigs, they are not allowed to mix with the children of other animals. And in case of the matured pigs, when a pig and any other animal meet on the path, the other animal must have to stand aside and give respect to the pigs. Even all the barleys is reserved for the pigs only, and daily a half gallon of beer is reserved to Napoleon, and daily a pint of beer is reserved for the other pigs. It suggests how the pigs are benefited, or how the pigs are privileged in the animal farm. Now I come to next point, that is the problems and solutions in the animal farm. So the financial condition of animal farm become worse and worse and worse, and there is an acute shortage of money. That is, the animals are starving of their food. They have great demand because Napoleon wants to build the school for the pigs' children, because he wants to give them a good education. So for it, the bricks are needed, sand is needed, lime is needed, windmill needs certain machinery, so money are needed for it. The animal farm needs candles, lamp oil for the houses, and sugar for Napoleon, because only Napoleon is allowed to take sugar. Other animals, even the pigs, are forbidden, and they are advised to avoid fatness. They should not eat sugar. Then the different types of the tools for the agriculture purpose, for the machinery purpose, for the windmill purpose, they are needed. They needed nails, they needed strings, coal, wire and scrap iron, and even dog biscuits. There is a great demand of it. And to solution for it, Squiller suggests some ways. What are their ways? Now let us have to study. First of all, he says that we have to sell the stump of hay and part of potato crop, so to get money. Then he also decides to increase the contract of eggs from 400 eggs per week to 600 eggs per week. Then he also reduced ration from December to January. And he says that lanterns in the stall are forbidden, and he gives different types of the speeches to convince the people what are the solutions of it. Even he allows animal leave to participate in different functions. So the functions may be arranged for the entertainment or to give respect the pigs. Even boxer and clover, they are allowed to carry a green banner marked with the hoof and horn on the banner, and the caption is written on it, "Long live Napoleon." Actually, any other animals, they do not like these functions because for them it is nothing else but the wastage of time. But Squiller says they are very important to heighten the morale of the other animals. Now I come to the next point, last but one point, that is boxer's injury and death, and what treatment he has given. In the month of March, the schoolhouse starts for the young pigs, and in April the farm is proclaimed as the Republic State, and it is unanimously the animals elect Napoleon as the president of this Republic State, and Snowball is declared as the agent of enemy, that is John and the near adjoining farms. Okay, and Napoleon says that he never play any role in the Battle of Cowshed. Now here comes Moses. Now you know this Moses is the representation of the religious people. From number of days he is disappeared from the animal farm, but now he enters in the animal farm and start to tell the stories of the sugar candy mountain, which is behind the dark cloud. Okay, so animal they do not like the story of this sugar candy mountain. And now here, while working, while pulling the carriage of the stones, Boxer is injured, and his friend Benjamin notices it, because it is very hard for Boxer to stand up even also. And Benjamin tells the other animals, "Come on friend, come on, what has happened? Now look at here, what has happened with Boxer. Boxer is injured." And every animal stopped their work and they rushed at Boxer. And then somebody says message to Squiller. Squiller appears and says to animal, "Now our comrade Napoleon is very distressed to listen the news of Boxer's injury and has decided to send him in the hospital at Wellington." And in actually the first aid is given to Boxer for 2 days. And here Claire and Benjamin serves Boxer very honestly. And one day, while Benjamin was absent there, he runs. Animal never saw in their life that Benjamin is galloping or jumping. Okay, now he starts to cry, "Quick up, quick, quick, quick. Come on at once. They are taking Boxer away by van." because boxer is put in the van and he reads, that is Benjamin reads the letters written on the van, and it is the van of a slaughterer. Okay, it is a van of, we can say, the butcher. Then all animals become very unhappy and they try to chase the van, and they request boxer to jump from the van, but now boxer is too old and it is very hard for him to make a movement even also. Then other animals request to the horses of the carriage, and they request, comrade, you don't take your brother to his death. But the van already passes the highway and nobody knows about Wellington. So with a heavy heart, all of these animals return in the animal farm, and after 3 days, the animal gets the news that boxer is no more, or boxer is dead. So in this chapter, the honest animal, there is end of the honest animal, that is boxer. And when squealer comes, this is the last point about the squealer's speech, how the squealer responds to the death of boxer, and he says it is the most affecting sight he has ever seen throughout his life. And he says, I was there beside at the very last moment of his life, and he whispered in my ear, and he says, that means boxer says, long live animal farm, long live comrade Napoleon, and Napoleon is always right. And squealer never forget to say all animal, that some people, some animals in this animal farm, they might be doubtful about us because on the van, whatever the letters were written. But he says, actually it is a van of a butcher or a slaughterer. But later on, it is taken by or purchased by the veterinary doctor, and he forgets to paint newly, and that is why there may be the confusion among the animals. So actually we have given him a very costly or very expensive medicine, and we have given him the best treatment in England, and Napoleon pays the money for it. And then at last he says that we have we can say we have to give some arrange memorial feast in a boxer's honor. And here the pigs brings alcohol, and till midnight they enjoy this alcohol. And here the commandment is violated, that no animal should take alcohol through their life. So this is the part of chapter 9. I hope you will like this video. Thank you to spare time with me.